Right, welcome back to a new day. It's definitely Friday, December. Why am I saying April? December.
You were talking about February.
I know, right? So yeah, my guest has preempted himself. This is Gisho. He'll be joining me for the entertainment review this morning. So December 1st, happy new month to you. Now let's take a look at what's been trending in the world of entertainment, showbiz and lifestyle. Kicking off with international news. Obviously, the world is buzzing about the royal nuptials that are pending between Meghan Markle and Britain's very own Prince Harry. Now, we have a short clip for you, a very sweet interview of the couple. Take a look at that.
Your Royal Highness, Meghan Markle, congratulations to you both.
Thank you.
Can we start with the proposal and the actual moment of your engagement? When did it happen? How did it happen?
It happened a few weeks ago, earlier this month, here at our cottage. Just a standard, typical night for us.
It's a cozy night. It was what we're doing, just roasting chicken and
Roasting
having
a chicken, trying to roast a chicken.
trying to roast a chicken, and it was just an amazing surprise. It was so sweet and natural and very romantic. He got on one knee.
Of course.
Was it an instant yes from you?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I could barely let you finish proposing. I was like, can I say yes now?
She didn't even let me finish. She said, can I say yes, can I say yes now? And then there was hugs and I had the ring in my finger and I was like, can I give you the ring? And she goes, oh yes, the ring. So no, it was a really nice moment. It was just the two of us and I think I managed to catch her by surprise as well. So.
Yeah.
And this is how long after you first met?
It would be a year and a half, a little bit more than that.
No, just about a year and a half, yeah.
Which for most people would be quite a whirlwind. Is that how it's felt to you?
I don't think that I would call it a whirlwind in terms of our relationship. Obviously, there have been layers attached to how public it has become after we had a good 5-6 months almost with just privacy, which was amazing. But no, I think we were able to really have so much time just to connect, and we never went longer than 2 weeks without seeing each other, even though we were obviously doing a long-distance relationship. So it's we made it work.
How did you first meet?
Yes, we first met. We were introduced actually by a mutual friend, who
We should protect her privacy and not reveal too much of that.
And but it was literally through her, and then we met once and then twice back to back, 2 dates in London. Last July, beginning of July, and then it was, I think, about 3, maybe 4 weeks later that I managed to persuade her to come and join me in Botswana, and we camped out with each other under the stars, and she came and joined me for 5 days out there, which was absolutely fantastic. So then we were really by ourselves, which was crucial to me to make sure that we had a chance to get to know each other.
Yeah.
But the friend who introduced you, was she trying to set you up?
Yes, it was definitely a setup. It was a blind date.
It was a blind date,
and,
for sure.
And it's so interesting because we talk about it now, and even then, because I'm from the States, you don't grow up with the same understanding of the royal family, and so while I now understand very clearly there's a global interest there, I didn't know much about him, and so the only thing that I had asked her when she said she wanted to set us up was, I had one question. I said, well, is he nice? Because if he wasn't kind, it didn't seem like it would make sense. And so we went and met for a drink, and then I think very quickly into that we said, well, what are we doing tomorrow? We should meet again.
What are we doing tomorrow? Let's meet again. And then it was like, right, diaries. We need to get the diaries out and find out how we're going to make this work, because I was off to Africa for a month. She was working, and we just said, right, where's the gap? And the gap happened to be in the perfect place.
So how much did you, Prince Harry, know about Meghan? Had you seen her on TV?
No, I'd never even heard about her until this friend said Meghan Markle. I was like, right, okay, give me a bit of background. what's going on here? So no, I'd never watched Suits. I'd never heard of Meghan before, and I was
right. A very sweet interview there between Meghan Markle and her soon-to-be husband, and who is, as I like to call him, the spare parts for the British monarchy. So in the event, the first one, something happens to him.
He's fifth in line.
He's fifth in line. That's after his brother.
His brother. No, his father.
His father, his brother, and his brother's 2 children.
Yes.
And now soon to be 3 children.
Yeah.
So he might end up being 6th in line. But I think if you're wondering why is this such a big deal, it's probably because the world is buzzing because Meghan Markle is actually half black.
Yeah.
So she's biracial, and
She's not from a royal family.
she's not from a royal family. This
So
is an ordinary American girl.
She'll never enjoy the privilege of being called princess.
Absolutely. And you know, it was interesting because I was looking at some critics talking about this, and they were actually even saying, you know, you'd think the way if your brother got married, your wife could be in the lineup.
Yeah.
So by, should I say, royal etiquette, Kate is not allowed to be her bridesmaid because Kate is supposedly a future queen of England.
Yeah.
So she cannot serve Meghan as her bridesmaid in the lineup. How interesting is that?
Yes.
Yes. How
And then
stuffy are these British people?
She's the second American to ever.
Marry into royalty. The
Yeah.
other one was the actress who married into that small English
Yes,
country.
yes,
That
yes,
one. That
yes.
one. The one that we are talking about.
But
right.
what had pissed me off around this whole thing was how the British press or the English press had covered about Markle.
Okay.
They had some subtle racism. You just see some racism just around
But isn't
there.
that why it's a big deal? There we have, you know,
No, but the fact
a
that
girl with a little black of her.
the fact that someone was actually even reporting that she had come from Campton.
Like it's a big deal.
But the best people who reported it well was Joe UK. Joe UK had reported that a successful Hollywood actress marries an army man.
But you know what's interesting also is that probably if you were watching the TV show Suits, that's where I knew her from. And can I just say, yeah, it's a good thing she quit her acting career because it was becoming ridiculous. You could tell that now the material was being affected by the fact this is a future princess
yes,
like there are things now
yes.
she cannot do as an
But
actress, which is
quit.
fair enough.
It was announced yesterday that now she's off the show.
Absolutely, yes. She had to quit.
And the show is not going to go on because even the Mike Ross
He's
is also quitting.
Okay, that's news for
That's
another
another
day.
spoiler.
Suits, really? Okay, right.
But
now,
also, if you look at it, if you also look at this whole situation, I'll also look at how they met. There was something very fishy. She was in a relationship with a chef.
I think that's hearsay. Come on, that is hearsay. You will not besmirch the character of our black girl who's going to the castle.
Listen to the point. Listen to the point.
No, we will just celebrate
Listen to the point.
that there is a black girl who's going to be living in the castle.
They got the number. She got Prince Harry's number.
Yeah.
Which, but they'll not blame any chick if she did this. Prince Harry, when they got the number, they started chatting. After like 2 weeks, the chef is a wrap.
Yeah, but I think they're speculating because the interesting thing from their love story.
The dad was also declared bankruptcy in around
That's
June.
fine. He can be bankrupt. But what does that have to do with the girl?
Now, the parents, they have not got their own get-out check.
No, what does that have to do with the girl? I think we have to applaud the girl. There she is. She's made it.
She's made it.
You know,
anyway.
in fact, there's a coat that she was wearing when they announced the engagement, and the reports were that coat sold out because right now she's on another level. She's platinum. In fact, right now she's diamonds. She's gold. Talking about her engagement ring right there. Now, moving on, we do know that the list of the Grammy nominations has been announced this week, and already there's quite a bit of grumbling. Yeah. You know, it's not just in Africa where artists grumble when they're not nominated. So some surprising artists were nominated for Grammy, Cardi B being amongst them. Yeah. And of course, some top hitters missed out on the Grammy nomination. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think award shows have the same kind of weight that they used to carry?
Yes. Okay, for the Grammys, I respect the Grammys a lot, unlike any other award show, because the Grammys is a compilation of who's who in the industry. That's like the Academy, just like the Oscars. What I don't like is the fact that it has been made so commercial, because if Cardi B is being nominated before Tupac...
I know. Who Cardi B?
Surely.
Okay.
Tupac, B.I.G. And, it's such an insult.
So, and the thing about Cardi B, her and her fiancé Offset have both been nominated. Yeah. Then, of course, One Direction have never been nominated for a Grammy, still haven't gotten one this year. Keisha is a first-time nominee. Then Jay-Z is first. He's being honored this year.
Even 50 Cent has never got a Grammy.
I know, it speaks volumes, doesn't it?
The only, not even a Grammy, even a BET award. The only award he has won around his peers is one that they had done a song with Dr. Dre.
Right. Welcome back to New Day. Now, still talking on entertainment news that is trending across the world. Now, on to local news. Now, we do know that on Monday, President Uhuru Kenyatta was sworn in. On Tuesday, President, what's up with me and dates since you sat next to me? Like, this guy's been confusing me now. So, on Tuesday, our president was sworn in. But what people were talking about more than anything were our artists. wasanii wa Kenya waliangusha wana Kenya, and specifically some specific artists were actually called out and told that that performance had no business being anywhere next to a national event. So we had a couple of artists. We had Size 8, who I think bared the most of their brand.
Worst.
But in her defense, you guys,
surely, you even sugarcoated their performance. Their performance was work.
No, but
bad,
let's look at it.
horrible.
I think I would blame the organizer. I would blame the organizer. You know why? Because at such an event, you need to have the wisdom to know this is a state function. It's not a matter of having 30 artists run through the stage. It's about quality, not quantity. And then if you're going to invite an artist, invite somebody who has a song that perhaps embodies the spirit of the event.
Yeah.
Unaelewa? That's why Rafto na ile wimbo yake anaangukiaga hizi gigs. Ile Mungu Baba, yes. You know, Emiko's Gay, like invite artists who actually have songs that will inspire,
especially even now,
move the masses.
Especially even now, what the country is going through right now, we needed artists that resonate with the mood that is within the country, which is bringing us together.
And I think it was sad because when you looked at the comments from people, a lot of guys were applauding actually, there was a Rwandan troupe that performed. Yeah. Can you imagine they came all the way from Rwanda and they killed it? And it's simply because you could tell that there was preparation going into their performance.
The thing about artists, and I've said it on this show many times, Kenyan artists don't respect their audience.
No, I disagree with that. I think they do respect their audience. I think this goes beyond the artist. It also goes back to the organizer. Because the organizer needs to know, one, I have an event. If I'm going to call an artist, create an environment that will allow the artist to give their best. Because our people are talented and they respect their audience. You'd be surprised.
I'm not going to generalize, but in most instances, because such a big platform, look at everywhere around the world. If you look at the inauguration, it's such a big deal. I
hear you, but again, it goes back to the organizer. Do you think Beyonce has time to put that stage up? Do you think she has time to pay for that? But it's the organizer. You set up the environment for the artist to thrive.
Actually, I think the big thing is like uliona jeshi walifanya nini? Walifanya practice.
Yes.
Way before even Tuesday.
Exactly.
No. So I think you're not supposed to call an artist like, wait.
Hey guys, you know, it's easy to say that if you're looking at it from this side, but from behind the scenes, it's the organizer that tells you, I'm going to give you space to come and rehearse. So you'll realize when you talk to some of these artists, they'll even tell you, when we went for rehearsal, the sound was not ready. Yes? So I did the best that I could with what I was given. And it still goes back to some of them had no business being on that stage. Because events like that, you need to pick the right performance.
I think we're supposed to be taken back when we used to watch Vitimbi. You know,
remember how we used to watch Vitimbi for national functions?
Okay. Can I just take you guys back? If I remind you of something that used to be called Safaricom Live.
Yeah. Okay.
And these same artists were on that stage. But did you see the kind of effort that they would put forward?
Yes.
It's because the environment, the brand, the organizer knew this is what I want to give to the audience. So my blame will squarely lie back on the organizer. Because if you tell this artist, this is what I expect from you, they are talented, they are capable, and they will deliver.
Okay. In inauguration, common knowledge is this is a national function. And this being a national function, it lies within the national values. What are the national values? You as an artist, for example, if today Tamimo you're told, you're the one who's going to interview the president. So I expect, without even being told by the people behind the scenes what to ask the president, already expect there's a certain decorum.
But if you know DJ W will agree with me here. If I'm an artist, wimbo yangu ni Bablas. Munanita ni perform. Na hit yangu ni Bablas. Mnataka ni perform nini?
Lakini unajua sasa Size 8 is a gospel artist.
And she had an array of songs, so the organizer should simply have told her, Madam, I will need you to stick to these 2 songs. You will have 5 minutes on stage. I will expect you to have either, if it's a tambourine, a full set of dancers. It starts from the person who's calling them for the gig.
If we blame the organizer, we'd say that maybe the organizer didn't even know the kind of artist he's supposed to call.
Then who's paying them? Because I'm sure they're being paid. When you're collecting your check, who are you collecting your check from?
If I was in the shoes of the organizer, we would have more of Eric Wainainers.
But unajua kitu ingine, sisi na Tamima, we are agreeing. Penye nakata kuona sense ni artist anafaa kujua this is a big, actually, that event, even for you as an artist, is a major platform because we have like, is it around 5 million viewers your day peke? Because all stations, they're going live. So you're supposed to up your game in all aspects.
I think they've had you guys. I tried standing up for you, my people. Now, moving on. Singer Akothe's daughter has been on the spotlight this week after she won a competition that was being run by Nivea, where they were looking for their new face of Nivea from various universities in Kenya. Now, fans came out to actually condemn this strongly, saying that she had an unfair advantage over the other competitors. And do you agree? Like looking at the other contestants, because I think there was around 6 or 7 girls competing for this.
That's a losing mentality, because
your mother. Let me paint the picture for you. Your mother has over 650,000 followers on Instagram. Throw in Facebook, maybe that's a cool 1 million followers. Throw in her YouTube. Throw in her WhatsApp and whatnot. You're using your mother's platforms to campaign for yourself.
That's my advantage.
Then there is a pretty Jane from maybe Kwea. Jane has 100 followers. She's campaigning in school and everything. Clearly, I think this battle was won even before it started.
And that's my advantage. But because the rules have not said if your parents are famous, don't engage.
But what if we took away your advantage?
Now, there's no that situation, that competition. Because I never chose where to be born.
Yeah, no, but I will say this. She's a gorgeous girl, great for her. But again, just to be fair to everyone else, I think the organizers needed to have been a bit more sensitive to that.
But you see...
But power to Nivea, because this has people talking about Nivea.
But now, you see now, that's the losing mentality that Kenyans should drop. Because if, for example, I have an advantage in a job, I'm in a situation...
I think the job here specifically was be the face of Nivea. And it was not really about...
if I have an advantage being, and I want that's my passion.
Yes.
Why not use the available...
But in the same breath, people must strive to level the playing field so that everybody has an equal opportunity to participate.
Exactly.
So the key thing here that the audience was bringing up was that it was not an even playing field. Obviously, because, and it's not her fault that Akode is her mother, power to her.
And that falls on the organizers. No, your previous
logic. Thank you guys.
Because in the TNC,
thank you for sticking with me, Gishui.
Because in the TNC, they should have specified. Because you see, like in these big lotteries, if you work in the company or any affiliated agency with the company,
you cannot participate. Exactly.
You cannot participate in the competition.
Now, very quickly here, I'm going to just take a look at the Pulse. Pulse here talking about their Pulse Music Video Awards. What do you make of this?
They'll just give it to their friends anyway.
I think that's a very disappointing takeaway. Because if you look at it, the gospel world has Groove Awards. What does the secular world have? Who recognizes that boy who's singing about shake this, shake that? Melanin.
The problem with award shows in Kenya is that, one, they're money minting schemes.
Okay.
So we don't get talent, because I remember when we had Kisima Awards was a very good award show because it was just like...
I think you're saying that because you're looking at it from a place of nostalgia, but someone who was there when Kisima was there will probably say what you're saying right now about the Pulse Music Video Awards.
Well, what I think is... I actually don't understand how they come to choose, nominate the people who are going to participate. But at the same time, I think there's so many underground guys. Sijui kama kutakuwa na award ingine inaitwa something underground kama sijui, but kuna wasi wengine wako huko chini. They are really trying.
But isn't the whole point of awarding someone because they stood out? Because if you're saying now we need to have an award just to recognize underground people, it beats the purpose of awarding people.
That's why we're having a very big problem with millennials in workplaces. Okay. Because millennials have grown in a situation where
everybody's a winner.
Everyone is awarded.
Yes.
So even the award of being number one, just that I was reading here in this state function, the inauguration day, the state luncheon, people who actually worked for Uhuru's campaign, people who were in Uhuru's who worked day in, day out, didn't get a card, and then they see online people who are not even close to that campaign getting a card. You see now, it dilutes the effort of...
that anybody would put in to stand out.
Yes, to stand out.
Absolutely.
So in award shows, not the problem comes in Kenya, you get people who have been nominated are guys you don't even know. Like not in the Video Vixens category.
Okay, let's look at that.
I was
Video
looking at
Vixens
those
category,
people,
he says.
and I'm like, okay, can we even get at least one from Nairobi Diaries?
I think the point here is you have to go get a music video, then check out which Vixen is slaying.
But now we have Vixens even
let's
Nairobi
talk about
Diaries.
male video of the year. Christoph, King Kaka, Naiboy, Willy Paul, Jiggy Jiggy. Female video, Della, Paza Sauti, Sanaipei Tande, Aminia, Masi Masika, Kush Tracy for Mawe. New artist of the year, underground people, you were saying now who have shown through, and now they're being recognized. Leband, Alpha Mwana Mtule, Tunji, Kipsang, and Gulam. I'm sure some of these guys,
Because
you probably didn't know
even-
them, but you know them because of
Bruno
this.
Mars,
Della, Paza Sauti, Sanaipei Tande, Aminia, Masi Masika, Kush Tracy for Mawe. New artist of the year, underground people, you were saying now who have shown through, and now they're being recognized. Leband, Alpha Mwana Mtule, Tunji, Kipsang, and Gulam. I'm sure some of these guys,
Because
you
I
probably
remember
didn't know
even-
them, but you know them because
even
of
Bruno
this.
Mars, when he was being given a Grammy for Best New Artist,
Yes.
he had stayed for the industry like for 3 years.
Actually, I'm happy that Tunji is there. I'm not campaigning for that guy, but he's a
No,
big
you're
shot.
allowed to campaign
Yeah,
because
he's a
the
big
awards
shot
are
anyway.
the awards are going to be going down, I think, sometime in December. That's December 6th at midnight. It says voting ends December 6th at midnight. So the awards should be thereafter.